As the 2026 Mars window approaches, Elon Musk warns, the first pioneers will likely die. But he hasn't dared to mention the terrifying part. On Earth, it took 300,000 years to become human. But the moment you step off-world, the countdown to our extinction begins. In space, you will evolve into an entirely new species. And it only takes 20,000 years. This isn't colonization, it's a survival experiment that will erase the human in us. We think we're conquering the stars. In reality, it's a long, silent exile. When we modify our genes, bones, and souls to survive, Earth becomes an Eden we can never return to. Welcome to the future. Today, we're sending you to Mars for 20,000 years to see if space travel leads to glory, or lonely. Forced evolution. First, face the brutal reality. Our carbon-based bodies are thinner than paper in this solar system. Every celestial body, except Earth, was designed to reject life. Terraforming fantasies are nothing more than planetary-scale surgery on a dead patient. Take Venus, Earth's twin in size, but a hellscape wrapped in a runaway greenhouse effect. To fix it, you'd need to cool it by hundreds of degrees and strip its entire atmosphere. That's not engineering, it's defying physics. Then there's Mars. Musk's new home looks familiar, but it died billions of years ago when its magnetic field vanished. Without a magnetic shield, solar winds act like a razor, stripping the atmosphere every second. You don't live on Mars, you endure it. It's like living inside a leaking balloon. One moment of rest, and you're dead. Further out, Europa, Enceladus, deep oceans exist, but we'd live like deep-sea fish, trapped under miles of ice, eternal darkness, warmed only by fusion, then Titan, thick atmosphere, liquid methane lakes, and 100 degrees colder than Antarctica. From Martian radiation to Titan's chill, the laws of physics are clear. If you want to stay, don't change the planet, change yourself. That's lesson 1. To survive in space, you must stop being human. But the transformation goes even deeper. This brings us to a paradox. Why are we so obsessed with living on planets? For a space-faring civilization, gravity is nothing more than a giant trap. Earth's gravity well is deep and expensive. Mars and Venus are smaller wells, but they still bind us to the dirt. Real evolution won't happen on a planet's surface, but in the void. Between Mars and Jupiter lie millions of asteroids. In the eyes of future humans, these aren't ruins, they are literal gold mines, billions of tons of iron, nickel, and ice, all with almost zero gravity. You don't need massive engines. A tiny nudge can move a mountain. In 20,000 years, we might not live on Mars at all, but in thousands of floating O'Neill cylinders, giant habitats built from asteroid remains, spinning to simulate gravity. There, gravity is adjustable, weather is programmed, and the sky is an LED panel. But this causes a cognitive shift. The phrase, down to earth, will lose all meaning. Their world is artificial and recycled. They are no longer children of nature, but products of industry. Their myths won't be about gods, but engineering blueprints and great filters. This total environmental shift leads to a terrifying physiological alienation. Biology dictates form. Our bone density and muscle structure are products of Earth's 1G gravity and 24-hour cycle. Living on Mars, with only 38% gravity, will cause bone loss in the first generation. By the 20th, bodies will be tall, thin, and spindly adaptations. To see in low light, pupils may permanently enlarge, filling the entire eye. If these Martians try to return, Earth's gentle gravity would be a lethal crush. Their own weight would snap their bones. Their hearts would fail to pump blood to their brains. But the alienation isn't just physical, it's psychological. Imagine a child born in a Martian lava tube. He has never seen a horizon. His entire world ends at the corridor wall. How does this reshape the human mind? Psychologists call it a return to cave instincts. Wide open spaces, like Earth's prairies, would represent terror, not freedom. This is chronic agoraphobia. To them, the sky is black or red. Nature is simply radiation and vacuum. To them, a spacesuit is skin, and an airlock is the thin line between life and death. But the hardest barrier isn't physical, it's the political collapse caused by distance. This is humanity's greatest challenge, the absolute limit of the speed of light. We're used to instant connection on Earth, where messages cross oceans in milliseconds. But in deep space, that glue dissolves. Signals to Mars can take 22 minutes, to Jupiter, over 40. In this interplanetary society, there is no now, only the past. If an emergency hits a Mars colony, their SOS takes 20 minutes to reach Earth, and the response takes another 20 to return. By then, an hour has passed, the difference between life and death. Real-time governance is physically impossible, no matter how powerful Earth becomes. It cannot rule a colony an hour away. In 20.000 years, the solar system will be a fragmented league of city-states. Mars will have its own laws, the Belt its own currency, and Titan its own religion. Interplanetary war will be too expensive to be practical. This isn't just politics, it's the iron law of physics. Over time, Earth will fade into an abstract myth. Children born out there will look at the blue marble and see a cradle of origins, but not a home. They'll ask why they should obey a planet with crushing gravity and suffocating air. This is the ultimate price of our secondary evolution. To survive a hostile universe, we must erase our identity as Earthlings. Humanity will cease to be a single entity, becoming a scattered collection of cosmic tribes. So, if the price is so high, if we're destined to become unrecognizable, why go at all? The answer is probability. As long as we inhabit only one planet, we are a single point of failure. One asteroid or rogue AI could reset 300.000 years of evolution to zero. Our prosperity is incredibly fragile. Interstellar migration isn't expansion, it's a backup. By spreading to Mars and the moons of Jupiter, survival becomes a game of numbers. Distance creates barriers, but distance also blocks disaster. Earth's end won't reach Mars. Solar flares won't destroy the deep bases of Titan. If one branch falls, the others carry the fire of human civilization through the dark. This backup isn't just for genes, it's for meaning. In a cold universe, entropy is the only direction. Stars will die, and all will turn to silence. But before that, a group of carbon-based beings in this tiny solar system is fighting that void. In 20.000 years, what matters is that our intelligence endures. Our descendants may grow gills or hollow bones, communicating through neural links instead of voices. But if they still gaze at the stars and weep over ancient poetry, then humanity has not perished. Looking at 2026, when Musk plans to send the first starships to Mars, many feel a sense of excitement, but don't see it as just a tech demo or a billionaire's whim. This is the start of a long goodbye. We aren't sending conquerors, we're sending wanderers. We are sending our children into the dark forest, praying they find the intelligence to survive. In 20.000 years, if someone looks back at the sun, I hope they remember it all began with our first desperate steps. Perhaps 2026 isn't just a year, it's a key. Once turned, there is no turning back. I'm your host for Midnight Cosmos. Follow for more. See you in the next universe.